Okay, though it was disconnected, okay, due to network power supply in our college. Now we could resume. Okay, just a hold on, please. Okay, so we were solving one of your question. Okay, we'll start from that. Okay, the question was 50 NVA 10 kV 50 hertz, okay, star connected unloaded 3-phase alternator, okay, has a synchronous speed, okay, or you could say synchronous reactance of 1 per unit and a subtransient reactance of 0.2 per unit, okay, if a 3-phase short circuit occurs, okay, the occurrences fault is given, 3-phase short occurs, okay, close to the generator terminals, okay, the ratio of initial and final value of the sinusoidal component of the short circuit current is, okay. So this is a question says that a 50 MVA 10 kV 50 Hz star connected unloaded 3-phase alternator has a synchronous reactance of 1 per unit and sub-transient reactance of 0.2 per unit, okay. Now if a 3-phase short circuit occurs, okay, close to the generator terminals, okay, the ratio of initial and final value of the sinusoidal component of the short circuit current is, okay, so this value we have to find, okay. This value we have to find. So this was the question where it came in power system in 2016. Okay, 2016, okay, set 2, this question was asked. So how we could do, right, we know the formulas, okay, that current I double I equals to Eg by XD, right, given, and we also know that I would be equals to Xc by X, normal condition and your fault condition, right, means your initial value means before the fault and after fault, okay. So the ratio would be initial by fault, okay, so that would be your I double dash by I, which be equals to your x by xt double dash. Okay, and we know the data has been given as 0.1 by 0.2, that would be equals to, sorry, it's 1, so 1 per unit. Okay, 1 per unit and 0.2. Okay, so 1 by 0.2, so that is your 0.5. Okay, so you have to remember more and more of numeric question and numeric answer. Okay, that is very essential to know about these things. Okay, that should be predominant to you, that how to solve and how to be proceed and how to be go ahead. Okay, so you have to, yeah. Okay, the last question. Okay, that is your question 4. Okay, this particular where okay, see this. Now, question is given as one single line diagram is given. Okay, the single line is been given whose value is 0.2. Okay, generator internal bus. Okay, this is your Z 0.1, say 0.1. This is line 1, line 2, J 0.5, J 0.5, and this is infinite bus. Okay, this is the question what given. Okay, so a single line diagram, okay, of a balanced power system. This is your balanced power system. Okay, a balanced power system is given. Okay, now the voltage magnitude of this of internal buses per unit. Okay, voltage is 1 per unit. Okay, per unit reactance of different component are already given as it is being shown. Okay, in this figure. Okay, infinite bus voltage magnitude is also 1 per unit. Okay, this is also 1 per unit. Now, so what is occurrence is three-phase fault. Okay, a three-phase fault occur at the middle of line. Okay, at this particular point, okay, three-phase fault occur at uh, the middle of the line 2. Now, what we have to find? Okay, so the ratio of the maximum real power that can be transferred during the pre-fault condition to the maximum real power that can be transferred under faulty condition is. Okay, what you have to find? We have to find the ratio of the maximum real power that can be transferred during the pre-fault. That is it. Transferred at pre-fault conditions, okay, to the maximum power transferred under the faulted conditions. Okay, so we have to find the ratio between, okay, we have to find ratio between maximum power transferred under the pre-fault condition and after the fault condition. We have to seek this particular thing. Okay, we have to go with this. Okay, so what we have to find, the ratio, so that will be P1 by P2, right? This is what it will be. Okay, P1 by P2, that would be equals to X1 by X2. Okay, we because we have to seek about the X1 and X2 only. Okay, now so we'll draw this. Okay, how your X1 would be looking like. Okay, let's see what data is given. This is given 0.2. Okay, then we have one transformer, so whose reactance or resistance is this. Okay, then there is a line. Okay, this is what we have. Okay, so J 0.1, J 0.1, J 0.5, J 0.5. So it will be 0.6, 0.6. So 0.6 into 0.6 by 0.6 plus 0.6. So 36 and 12. Okay, so it will be 0.3 and it is 0.2. So equivalent would be 19, that is your J 0.5. Okay, this is what we'll get now. In next to what we'll have, we have this. Okay, J 0.2, then we'll have this J 0.1, then we have this J 0.5. Okay, now what it was given that there is a three-phase fault in line 2. Okay, so when there is a three-phase fault, okay, this would be your 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this also would be grounded. Okay, this would be your grounded. Okay, so now you have to calculate this values. Okay, so what value would be over here? Okay, what would be the data would be given over here? Okay, what is the resistance? when fault occurrence are there, what will be the distance of this value and what will be this value, and you have to find it. Okay, this is how you have to find it, and this is how you have to proceed with this. Okay. So it will be your 0.0 0.35 and this will be 0.25, right? So on solving this particular thing, you will be getting the values. Okay, so you have to find the one value, two value, and three value. So how you will find one? You will find one by seeking these values. Okay, so that would be 0.25 and 0.35, 235 and 6. Okay, the half of this. Okay, 20-30%. Okay, fine. Right. Now, how you will be finding one? How will be finding this one would be find out. Okay, if we convert this particular segment, okay, in a pie manner, okay, then it will be very easy. Okay, this one would be converted in that segment. Okay, so what will be one? This particular value. Okay, one value would be your j 0.35 into 0.6 by j 1.2. Okay, what will be the value? J 0.175. Okay, now number two would be j 0.6 into j 0.25 by j 1.2. It will be your j 0.125. Okay, for 3 it will be your j 0.35 into j 0.25 by j 1.2. So this value will be j 0.0729. Okay, so we got these values. Okay, so it could be redrawn in this manner. It will be in 0.0729 j 0.125. Okay, j 0.2 j 0.175. Okay, it is the in this particular fashion we have got. Now it could be added. Okay, this could be added. Okay, if we redraw this, it will be your this. Okay, so it will be sum of this, so it will be 0.375 and this would be as it is 0.125 and this will be say 0.0729. Okay, now you have to find what you have to find the x2. What will be x2? So this is your x1, this is your x2. The combination will be your x2, means x12. Now try this part. This will be your x12. So x12 would be your x2. So what you have to find? You have to find this particular format. So one x2 formula, how it will be where we will add for this. Okay, j 0.375 will add with j 0.125. Okay, plus J 0.375 into J 0.125 by J 0.0729. Okay, so we'll be solve this and we'll get us a value of J 1.1430 per unit. Okay, now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate by P1 by P2, that was equals to your x2 by x1, that was equals to 1.1430 by what was the x2, 0.5. So the answer would be 2.286 per unit. Okay, or it is a ratio, so there will be a no terminology. This is what the answer is all about. Okay, so we'll end over here. We'll meet in next particular class.